gentlemen, and welcome to this incredible session. Now, if you want to know how to get known in your field, then you are in the right place. My name is Simone Vincenzi, co-founder of GTEx, and I turn experts into authorities. And I'm going to be talking about how can you get known in your field, in particular without spending thousands of pounds in PR or paid advertisement, but doing it in a way which is organic and it works and is very profitable. So let's get started. I'm going to get going with my slide share. Now, a reminder that if you have any question, put them in the chat box so then I can see the questions that you have and I can help and support you. And sometimes in some parts I will switch off the slides and I will just be me. It will just be me talking. But at the moment, let's get going and let's have fun together. Now, if you're watching, can you let me know? Like, even if you're watching, can you let me know I'm watching? Then I know that there are human beings out there. I'm Italian. I need love. I need love. I like people. All this online stuff and COVID. I cannot hug people. I cannot see you. So if you're watching, let me know that you are alive and we can get going. All right. So, as I mentioned, what you're going to learn today is the top four strategies to get known in your field, in your niche, without spending thousands on PR and paid marketing. Now, what we're going to talk about is the new era in which we are in and how to thrive and not just survive, the journey from expert to authority, the ASAP formula to become a trusted celebrity in your field, and some actions that you can take straight away. In fact, I'm going to give you quite a few resources today during this presentation. So pay close attention because throughout the presentation, there will be resources, tools, things that can help you immediately, straight away, get featured on publications, magazines, online events, things that you can do to expand your field. So, as I mentioned, we are moving and we have moved into a new era. I know a few of you have heard about this thing, right? Have you seen COVID? This COVID virus? Maybe you've heard a couple of times. Maybe you have also been personally affected by it. And I know personally I've lost like I joke about it, but I've lost people that are close to me, and it has been a situation we transformed our entire world. I know people that have lost businesses. We personally lost. We have 7 businesses in our group. We lost totally one quarter of £1 million just gone like this. Not an happy day. But at the same time, we got to adjust. And now we are living a new word. And the new word is we have new sentences that we use every single day. You're mute. You're on mute. I can't hear you. Probably is the thing that I say the most throughout the day. And everyone looks like this. I probably look like this right now. So, in a world where everyone is the same, it's more difficult to stand out. And what we're going to explore is how can you stand out? Because when I started my business, I like many people, I'm not from the UK. Probably have guessed it from my accent. I'm from Italy, and I said before I miss the hugs, and I got my coffee here with me, so proper Italian. And when I started, I came. My background was as any good Italian, living up to the stereotype, in the catering industry. So it's not that I had any connection, any network. I could barely speak English, other than, "Would you like your steak rare or medium rare, madam? Red wine or white wine for you, sir?" And I couldn't even do the fake British posh accent. So anything that when I started my business, my English was very limited. And starting an event business, which is what we decided to start, wasn't definitely the easiest choice. So it took me a good few years just to get the ball rolling at the beginning. And I remember I used to attend all the events and all the seminars. I was the one with a hat and the scarf. Then I met an image consultant. He said, "You need to," because I was bald at the time. He said, "You need to grow your hair, drop your glasses, wear a goatee, put on a suit, and your business will grow." And it did. So I'm happy I took that advice. So the question I had at the time was, can I stand out? No one knows me. I have no network, very little English. How can I stand out? And this is what we are going to cover today. And I remember I tried everything. We did flash mob in Trafalgar Square in the middle of London, didn't work. We ran our first event, which we marketed for like, was that 2 months? At the end of the day, we had 4 people, 2 speakers, one which was my business partner's father, and the other person, which we chained in the chair, said, "No, you're not going to leave from here." And that was the beginning, and that led us to the strategy I'm going to share with you now, to have at the moment 7 businesses in our portfolio. The largest one is GTEX, which is our training company, where we turn experts into authorities. So we work with incredible purpose-driven people. We are a global community, a family, where we support, we help each other, we work hard, we have fun, and we give them the tools and the expertise and the knowledge that they need to grow their business in a collaborative way. And through this journey, that led me to become an official contributor of Forbes magazine, the Huffington Post, Entrepreneur magazine, and the media work, which is one of the things that we're going to talk about today on how to get into media, was a huge part of our success and a huge part of our business growth, because I didn't have any money to spend in paid advertisement. I didn't have any money to spend on PR. So I had to be creative and see how can I tap into audiences that are already there. And as I mentioned, if you have any question at any point, feel free to write them in the chat. So then the question will be forwarded to me and I will answer them live. Now, throughout this process, the work that we do with our clients is focused on 4 areas, which is part of the GTEX method. Like if I have to summarize the 4 components and how we grow our companies, is 4 parts. We have clarity, knowing where you're going, your strategy, your conversion, having a high converting point, and the touch points you're having, your customer journey, your products, your services, the way you convert clients. Then expansion, the audience that you're building. So you build a community that loves you, and you build a community of people that want to hear from you. And then you have influence, the influence that you have in your field. And what we're going to be talking today about, because I don't have time to go through everything, is the influence part. Because the more influential you are in your field, in particular if you have already products, already services, the more known you are, the easier it's going to be for you to get paying clients. It's going to be easier for you to charge higher prices. It's going to be easier for you to tap into great opportunities. Because if you think about all the opportunities that goes to people that you follow, why do you think they get all the best opportunities? Because they're known, and fortune follows eyeballs, and attention is the biggest commodity that is the most precious commodity that we can get. And so the more you can demand attention, then the more your clients will buy from you, and the easier the sales is going to be. And even if you don't have the best product or the best service, then you will be able to serve more people and make more money, because of the nature of the fact that you're being followed. And so that's what we're going to talk about. And so what is the reason why people don't build a profitable business? Well, we have a few reasons. One is if they don't know about you, and you might identify yourself with one of these 4 reasons. And the reason why I want you to pick one of these 4, because everyone that I know has one of these 4, and then you will be able to focus on at the end when I will ask you, so what is that you're going to do? Because at the end I will ask you to commit to one thing. So when I will ask you to commit to that very thing, then you will want you to go back to this one of these reasons. So one is people don't know about you. If people don't know about you, then it's going to be very difficult to sell your product and services. If maybe you don't get the right opportunity, so people know about you, you're known in your field, but maybe you don't get the right opportunities. And because you don't get the right opportunities, then you're not charging as much as you could, or you're not expanding your business where you could expand, or you don't know how to monetize the opportunities that you have. So maybe you have a lot of opportunities, but all these opportunities and the follow-ups, they fall through the cracks, and you're not optimizing them or maximizing them or monetizing them in the best way. And the last reason is that you don't have a profile. That you have not built a profile. When people check you out, you don't have something that says to people, "Oh my God, I really need to talk to you," or that perception of someone that is worth listening to. Because at the end of the day, we are in the game of perception. That's the game where we are in, whether you like it or not. Now, the fact that I am good at what I'm doing is not dependent on the perception that others have of, of me. But the fact that they will buy from me, it depends on the perception anyway that they have of me. So what you need to do is to align your own profile to the perception that you want your clients to have about you. And so this is how we are going to do it. We're going to do it by building our profile. And building a profile is not a luxury right now, it's a necessity. And the way to do it is to do it in using these 4 pillars. I like to make things simple. I like to take complex concepts and make them simple. That's what I'm good at. That's what I like. And so what we are going to explore now is what are these four pillars of visibility. And I group them in the ASAP formula. And this is how it works. You have association, speaking, awards, and publications and media. So these are the four pillars. So let's explore them one by one. So I'm going to experience them one by one. The first one is association. Now, association happens when you associate yourself and your brand. Let me stop so you can see me better. Association happens when you can associate yourself and your brand to a more established brand or personality. The reason why this works is because let's say that their perception is here. Remember, it's all about perception. Their perception is here. The perception of you is there. Then the more you associate yourself with them, well, you will not be seen as big as them, but you will not be seen even here. So that's why association will help you immediately be perceived as someone more influential in your field. And there are different levels of association that we are going to explore. So let me go back to my slides. And one is association with celebrities or influencers. Now, the big turning point for me in G Texas was where we did a big event. I was invited to host a big event with Les Brown in front of 1,000 people. One of my idols in the speaking world. I love him. It was an honor. I was 26 at the time, or I think, yeah, 26 at the time. And it was an incredible opportunity. Now, that business, we were running our business for about, I think, 3 years at that time. We were making it on the third year about £20,000 a year, so it wasn't that big. But then that year we went from 20,000 to 120,000 and then doubled it after year. Because then I replicated the same strategy, doing an event with Gary Vaynerchuk, with Gary Vee, the year after, another one with Dr. John DeMartini and a lot of influential people in our field. Because every time I could do an event like this, or I could associate myself with an influential person, I could see actually everything like spike. Literally everything was increasing in value of what I was doing. The business was growing. I was making a bigger impact. And so, one of the things that I want to ask you is, what are some of the people that you can associate yourself with? What are some of the people that you can associate yourself with to grow their perception? So that's number one. So association with celebrities or influencer. This is a client of mine, Matt, that he runs an investment business, and also he has a real estate company. He did a great association with doing an event with Grant Cardone and another one with Lord Alan Sugar, for example, big people in the real estate and investing space. Therefore, his business grew because of as a result of that. Next level of association is association with brands, with known brands. Now, one of the corporate businesses, we have a recruitment agency and the sales training for recruitment agencies as part of our portfolio. When we started our corporate branch, so the sales training to corporate, we targeted two businesses first. One was LinkedIn, and the other one was the Adecco Group, which is the second largest recruitment agency in the world. What we did a piece of work for them. Fortunately, it was paid work, but we would have had even doing free work for them. I don't care in exchange of using their logos. Fortunately, we actually won the contract and we were paid. But when we went to other organizations to get those corporate contracts, the conversations were, listen, we did this for LinkedIn and we did this for the Adecco Group. Would you like us to do the same for you? That was a level of conversation. So it becomes way easier to close that particular contract because people think if it's good enough for them, it will be good enough for me. That's the perception and the automatic reasoning that people will have. So then we started working in more and more corporate organization. So question that I have for you is if you could associate yourself with an established brand, which one? Which one did you pick? Let me know. Which one would you pick? If you could associate yourself with an established brand, which one would you pick? Now, I have a client, for example, that did a panel for Amazon. This was actually, for example, a free panel that Yelena did. She went there twice talking about women in business. Now, she's a career coach. So that's perfect for the positioning. So though she didn't have any direct clients from that gig from Amazon, that positioning got her to have clients on LinkedIn seeing her. And then she had people reaching out to her saying, actually, I reached out to you because of the things that I've seen that you've done for Amazon. Again, people watch. Remember, people watch, and so that association will play a big part. And then you have the next one. The next one is association with charities. Now, association with charities doesn't have to be taken lightly, because you cannot instrumental. I mean, you, if you want, you can, but that's really bad. You don't want to instrumentalize a charity or people to perceive you, because that's a double-edged sword. Then now you're using a charity just to get known. But if you have a charity that you really believe in, a cause that you really believe in, something that maybe you went through, or your family went through, something that you can connect and associate yourself with, then you can also support a charity, and then it becomes a win-win. Like, for example, Stella, she survived breast cancer, and she had incredible support from breast cancer care. Now, she did volunteering work for them, and they decided to pick Stella as the face of a national campaign. This is incredible, because then she was on billboards, she was on magazines, she was everywhere. So you can see how, for example, now the association with her charity helped her to raise her visibility, which in turn got her more contracts. So this is association. So we talk with association with celebrities, we talk association with the businesses and known brands, and association with charities. Now we are going to the second pillar of the ASAP formula. And the second pillar is speaking. Now, let me tell you why I love speaking. I absolutely love speaking, because speaking is the one activity which is directly connected also with income generation. Here I am speaking to you. Why am I doing it? Because I've got nothing else to do with my life? No. It is because by people seeing me, then they might start following me. They like what I have to say, so they start following me on social media. They might download some of our resources. They might buy some of our program or services. And we made millions. Literally just being myself and speaking on stages or doing online summits and doing online events. And that is the one visibility activity on the ASAP formula which is directly connected with income generation. I love it. I live it. I breathe it. I'm doing this presentation today for you. I think it's like the third presentation I'm delivering today. Sometimes I deliver an average of 2 to 3 a day. Before, now that we are online, before I was doing way more work in the speaking world. And I was speaking to about 200 events, live events a year, 2 or 3 a week, on top of the online ones that we were doing. And speaking is something that I love the most, because when people see you and you have their attention, then you can build a relationship with them. And business is a relationship game. If they can buy into you, if they can see you, if they can understand your philosophy, can understand why you do what you do, then the sale is done. The sale is done. So there are different levels in which you can use speaking, which I want to go through right now. Number one, you can use speaking to sell a product. That's, for example, the majority of my speaking work. I do speaking to sell a product or to sell a service or promote, or simply promote the company. And that's the one that I love the most, directly connected with income generation. Then you have speaking to share a message, for example. Speaking where you maybe are not, you cannot sell a product or you cannot promote the company, but you talk about something that you believe in, and that platform will be the megaphone, will be the voice for you. So in this case, TEDx is a brilliant platform. I did a TEDx talk, got thousands of views. I got a lot of speaking opportunities because of the TEDx talk. I've got clients that they decide, team members they decided to work for our company because they saw my TEDx talk first. Very powerful tool. And we also helped our clients building speaking businesses. We have clients that made 9,000 in a small event. I'm talking about like some really great numbers. 40,000 in a small event. I think the most I've made in an event was 150,000 in a day. Or you can use speaking to do have corporate contracts, where you reach out to people on LinkedIn and you say, hey, I've got these presentations going on. You can even offer that presentation for free for an organization like Aslam did. And then in that moment, while you're doing that's the outreach on LinkedIn, then you give them, you use them as a relationship building to get a particular contract. We did that during COVID quite a bit during the first lockdown, going into companies, delivering like free webinars for them, and use that for their staff, and use that as a way to build a relationship with them. Speaking is a great way. And if you don't like speaking, make it like it. Like recently is one of the best skills that you can have, because communication is something that as a business owner you need to be able to enroll people in what you do and who you are, whether it's shareholders, whether it's clients. So this is a great skill to have. Or you can also host an MC event. Today I was part of a panel. I was hosting a panel. I wasn't in this case the star of the show because I wasn't the speaker, but I was shining my light on others. Maybe you're the kind of person and you like that. Who knows? That's my wife, for example. That's what she does. Great way to get more visibility. Now let's go into the third pillar. So we went into association, we talked about speaking, and the third one is awards and recognitions. Now, what I love about awards is that awards, they give you this massive boost of credibility. They give you this massive uh, like people care when you win an award. They will celebrate you. You will get media opportunities. So you might not get clients directly from awards, but the buzz that the awards creates and the people that you're going to meet by being in that room, whether it's virtual or in person, then is worth having that award. That's why I have an aim every year to win or be a finalist of at least 2 awards a year. And I've been doing that. Some of them I was nominated as one of the most influential migrant entrepreneurs here in the UK. Now came in, started my business from zero. I was homeless for a period of time while building my business. I had my fair share of tribulation. And so building these companies that we have built is a great satisfaction, and it's great to be rewarded for that. Or I was nominated from the Federation of Small Business Young Entrepreneur of the Year before I reached the age of 30. That was as a finalist. I didn't win, damn it, but it's great to be there. That led me also to meet the Queen and other 2,000 people in Westminster Abbey. We were there. So it depends where you are, the conversation that you're able to generate. That's why also we started giving awards to our clients so they were able then to leverage them in order to get into publication, to win other awards, to get into book projects, for example. And so the game about awards is about what awards can do for you and what happens after the award. Because when you get the award, you get a piece of paper or a piece of glass. But what are you going to do about that will determine how valuable that awards will be for you. And to find awards, this is a resource I want to give for you. I want to give you is UK Awards List. It's a brilliant, brilliant resource. UK Awards List. It's called Awards List, awardsiphonelist.co.uk. Write it down. Incredible platform where you can find all your awards. Now we are going to the final point. So we talked about association, we talked about speaking, awards, and recognition, and then the fourth one is publications and media. Publications and media are awesome because they have the audience that you're looking for. That's why they're fantastic. They have the audience that you're looking for. They have the eyeballs. They can put you in front of either, if you're talking about niche publication, your ideal clients, hundreds of them or thousands of them, or if you're talking about the big media, they can put you in front of millions of people and raise the credibility of your business. Now, let's look at different ways to leverage them. Now, first of all, you can start small if you don't have other publication and then tap into the bigger ones. For me, it took a few years. In particular, I think I had Forbes after 4 years that I was writing. So then before I was going into small publication and then became a contributor of Forbes, Entrepreneur Magazine, and others one. Then you can leverage being on the cover of magazines, for example. When people are interested, every time you go on media, this is a point I want really to drive, is less about your business or a promotion, but it's more about your story and who you are, the category that you represent. So in this case, they wanted me to talk, and my wife, to talk about how it is to be a public speaking power couple. We do a lot of like hundreds of events a year. So how it is to have a relationship in that scenario. Another one, for example, was on Sky TV talking about Brexit. I'm not a Brexit expert, but they were looking for a migrant entrepreneur, young, living in London. There you go. And there are great platforms. One of the best platforms that you can use to find publications is called helperreporter.com. Helperreporter.com, write it down. It gives you media and it gives you publications, opportunities every single day in your inbox from journalists that are looking for contributors. And one of our clients actually got featured on Forbes just by using that particular publications, and as well other publications that you can see. So now I have something that I want to leave you with. Just There we go. So, if you want to build your profile, if you want to grow your business, and in particular get in front of the right audience, first of all, jump on my booth. You can find here in the virtual booths, in the virtual expo that we have GTEx. Send me a message. Let's connect. That's what we do. We get you known in your field and make sure that you profit from this exposure that you get and have you own these relationships. But also, we have this free training, which you can get how to get featured on Forbes and other major publication at gtex.events/free iPhone Forbes iPhone training. If you want it, just send me a message as well. I'll send it. If you cannot find the link, I'll send it to you, and then you can get started. Is like 45 minutes training with literally the process step by step to get featured on a publication, and then let's connect together here on social media. You can find me on Twitter at Simone Gtex. Send me a tweet. We're here together. So let's connect there, or on Facebook at Simone Vincenzi, or send me an email at simone@gtex.org.uk. So if I want to leave you with one thing, which is the main thing from this particular presentation, is first of all, what is that you're going to do? If you have to pick one thing, what are you going to do? And secondly, remember that visibility is not a luxury. Visibility is a necessity. So what are you going to do about it? Thank you very much. It's time for me to wrap up, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you and supporting you in your visibility journey. Ciao.